the ratio has to be absolutely critical. Well, good day everyone. I thought I'd bring you an update with regards to rosacea, colloidal silver, and what I've realised just yesterday, the ratio has to be absolutely critical when you are making the colloidal silver. Case in point is this. I think I took a photograph, but my rosacea, which is here, or was, I've already made videos, as you may be familiar with, about what I first found works for me, and that's the colloidal silver. So that's all I did. I splashed it on a couple of times a day, just, and yeah, virtually the next day it noticeably decreased and gone. Then when the rosacea came back a year later, I discovered that if I use some Lugol's iodine in water, that worked even quicker for me. Hey, I try everything holistic approach. It's quite palatable, it's not gross or anything. So what I did, got some Lugol's iodine. I'll probably do another shot of this. Just gave a little squeeze of that and went one of those into one of these glass bottles that I use for drinking water, and just do a bit of this once or twice a day. I always get it there, so just splash it on. Well, there we go, because refreshing. And that's how 2-3 days makes. It's all gone, as far as I can tell. This is not medical advice. However, this rosacea came back about 2 weeks ago, and neither method has really worked so far. Now here's why I'm making this video. For the last probably a couple of days towards a week, I've been using the colloidal silver, which I make myself, and there's a video about, which I'll link down below in the description area. But what I was doing was being of the belief, as I've recently discovered, the smaller particles which can permeate your skin easier and address the pathogens, on the premise that a lot of small particles have a better impact than fewer larger particles of silver. So that's what I've been doing. I think I had it around 10 parts per million, which most places will tell you is correct. Okay, now what I did yesterday, and yes, it had been improving slightly, what I did yesterday afternoon, and it's not 24 hours later now, it's like 12 hours later, was accidentally make it stronger, which is how I used to make it, and which is, come to think of it, how I first discovered this cure, or temporary cure. I haven't yet worked out how to permanently get rid of it, but once every 12 months is at least bearable. So I accidentally, I used my parts per million meter, which you do have to use. You can get them off eBay fairly cheaply, $20 or less. And I was timing it, it was around the probably 3-hour mark typically, and it came up to about 10 parts per million. I thought, well, let it go to one more. And then of course I went off and edited, etc., and forgot about it. So when I came back, it was more than I wanted, but having made a litre or two of it, I slapped it on once or twice before I went to bed. Now, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, looked in the mirror, and it's virtually gone. I hope you can see that. So suddenly, the larger particles, at I think it was around 13 parts per million, seem to be what works for me in this particular situation. Of course, I also have a drink of it once or twice a day, just as a reinforcer. So thought I'd make this video as an update to the situation. I have not yet really sat down and tried to work out in any depth why once you obviously kill the virus, which is subcutaneous between the epidermis and dermis layers of your skin, why the virus comes back again. Science obviously isn't making enough money on rosacea for them to justify doing that. What I do know is both of the methods do work for me, versus the very first time I had it, which was 4 months on antibiotics and did nothing. So there's your update. Again, I'm only talking about what works for me, and I know it has worked for a lot of subscribers according to comments and emails I've got. So, yep, hope that helps. Yeah, leave your comments. Let me know if you've had success and exactly what has happened with you. Alright, thanks very much, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.